Hey humans, how you all doing? It's me, your friendly favorite secular humanist minister, George 3 here, and today we're going to be reviewing, reacting to a SCP video. SCP-447, the green ball of slime. Don't bring it near dead bodies. Let us begin.
Item number SCP-447. Object class
SCP-447.
Safe.
Safe.
Special containment procedures. SCP-447-1 is to be kept within a 50-gallon clear plastic container at all times. Monitored by camera by a security level 3 or higher staff member to prevent overflow. Area is to be maintained at level 1 cleanroom status to prevent contamination by foreign matter at a site at least 10 kilometers from any cemetery, morgue, or mortuary. Under no circumstances is SCP-447 to be allowed to come into contact with dead bodies.
Don't bring it near dead
Because
bodies.
SCP-447-1 constantly excretes a viscous greenish slime, designated SCP-447-2, at a rate of approximately 10 cc's an hour. A Class D personnel in good physical condition is to be detailed to harvest the excreted slime at least once per day. SCP-447-2 can be harvested using any appropriate equipment, so long as safety procedures are carefully adhered to in order to prevent
Looks like that Nickelodeon slime they used to do.
Slime can be transported in an ordinary sealed glass or plastic container through any standard mode of transportation, provided that there is no risk of the slime coming into contact with a dead body en route. Although malodorous, the slime harvested from SCP-447-1 is non-toxic, non-corrosive, and non-radioactive.
Non-radioactive?
In fact, perfectly safe, so long as it does not come into contact with a dead body. The slime is edible, and reportedly makes a good salad dressing. Adding 10 cc of SCP-447-2 to 1 gallon of gasoline improves fuel efficiency by 150%.
150%.
Furthermore, SCP-447-2 can be refined into a useful lubricant, approved for use in all SCP Foundation installations.
When they say lubricant, I'm thinking of something else.
Lubricate dead bodies. All staff assigned to SCP-447 are to be screened by polygraph for any suicidal, necrophiliac, or homicidal tendencies. In addition, all staff assigned to SCP-447 must be in good health and good physical condition, and must adhere to on-site safety regulations at all times. This is to minimize the risk of SCP-447 or its generated slime coming into contact with a dead body.
He always says dead body like that.
SCP-447-1 is a green sphere, approximately 5 centimeters in diameter,
I got a blue,
with a
greenish
spongy
sphere.
surface texture, and a weight of 1.37 kilograms. The object is warm to the touch, approximately the same temperature as a human body, although its core temperature is slightly higher. Personnel handling SCP-447-1 have reported no adverse effects, so long as SCP-447-1 does not come into contact with a dead body. SCP-447 was retrieved by Foundation agents in the city of California, United States of America. The incident clearly illustrates the danger inherent in allowing either SCP-447 unit to come into contact with a dead body. The dangers of allowing SCP-447-1 or 2 to come into contact with dead bodies have been clearly documented. Detailed eyewitness reports can be found in Appendix 447-B. Prior incidents. To summarize, however, initial effects include data expunged per 05 level directive. Research into this field forbidden upon pain of immediate termination or demotion to Class D. Please contact your supervisor for more details.
I'd rather be terminated than be promoted to Class D.
447-A. SCP-447 downgraded from Keter to Safe, so long as security measures are in place to prevent SCP-447 from coming into contact with dead bodies. Please see Experiment Log 447-A for further potential applications of SCP-447. Experiment Log 447-A. Experiment Log for SCP-447-2. Approved by 05. Project Head, Dr. A. Clef.
Ooh, Dr. Clef.
Expunged.
I wonder how this is going to go.
Test subject, SCP-882.
882? Whoa.
SCP-447-2 was refined into a lubricant. SCP-882 was temporarily removed from its seawater bath, and SCP-447-2
I think that's the water
applied
nymph.
as lubricant to all joints and connections. Results. Although SCP-447-2 was successful in reducing grinding and noise by 50%, it was also successful in removing rust from the structure. SCP-882 was immediately returned
I think
to
that's
its
the living clockwork.
Living with schizophrenia.
Oh no, not an
is
ad.
overwhelming. People think that I can't have a career, but
You
I
can't
can.
have a career, but you
I
can.
work as a data analyst.
SCP-882 was immediately returned to its seawater bath, and staff
Damn
on
straight.
hand were placed in quarantine for examination. Notes. Let's not try that again, shall we? Dr. A. Clef.
Come on, Clef, you know
Date.
better.
Expunged. Test subject. 1 guinea pig. Purchased
Aww.
from pet shop. Procedure. Subject was immersed in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes.
Oh,
Care was
shit.
taken to keep the subject's head above the level of the fluid, to prevent the death of the test subject.
Damn straight, you better not harm that
Results.
fucking hamster.
Subject's fur became saturated with the fluid. Test item required several hours of grooming to remove
Several hours of grooming?
SCP-447-2 from
Damn.
its fur. No further deleterious effects reported.
Well, that's good.
Notes. After careful washing to remove all traces of SCP-447-2 from its fur, subject was subsequently consumed by Agent
What the
who was
fuck?
of Peruvian descent. Said agent reported that the meat was,
Wow.
in his own words, the best cuy I've ever had.
I gotta pause this. He just ate the live hamster, just finished grooming, and then, fuck it. Hop. No, don't do that. Poor hamster. It's bad enough you made it sit in a green tub of slime for like 5 minutes, then you gotta eat it. I mean, I'm sure it probably tasted minty, but I don't know. I'm not. I've never had hamster. Never even thought about eating them, but apparently some people do.
Approval for testing of SCP-447-2 as a marinade is currently on hold, pending review of whether or not a steak constitutes a dead body.
Would it
Date.
constitute? I mean, it's a part of a dead body,
Expunged.
but
Test subject. 1 tablet SCP-500. Procedure. Subject was immersed in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes.
it just
Results.
probably wouldn't
In
do
addition
anything.
to curing all diseases, subject now also leaves the patient's breath feeling minty fresh. Notes.
Nice.
About what was expected. Seriously, guys, what were you thinking would happen? Dr. A. Clef. Date. Expunged. Test subject. SCP-76-2.
Oh shit! They're gonna
Procedure.
test it on a dead body.
500
Kind
milliliters
of dead
of
body.
SCP-447-2 was added to 500 milliliters to
Okay, so SCP-076-2 is actually Abel from the fictional Cain and Abel story from like the Torah and stuff. In the SCP universe, Abel pretty much is in a coffin that, when disturbed or anything, he just comes out and attacks anybody and has blades that come out of nowhere. And it's really hard to kill him, and if he does die, his body disintegrates pretty much immediately and reforms within like between 6 and 36 hours within the coffin to pretty much do it again. And he hates his brother Cain. Just putting that out there. So let's begin it. Let's continue watching.
distilled vodka and 2 dozen ice cubes,
That's a
shaken
lot of
well,
vodka.
and strained into a pitcher. Approximately 0.2 liters of the mixture were poured into a glass with mint and a lime garnish. Mixture
and a
was
lime
taken to
garnish.
SCP-76-2, who was told, "Hey Abel, try this. It's pretty good."
Why would you do that?
SCP-76-2 agreed that the mixture was, in his words, refreshing,
Refreshing.
but immediately lost interest when told of SCP-447-2's interaction with dead bodies. Notes.
He's like, nope.
Because of SCP-76-2's tendency to become and or create dead bodies, further contact with SCP-447 is forbidden.
That's
Date.
true. I would not want him be anywhere near it.
Test subject. 1 Pentium 4 computer. 1.5 gigahertz. With data expunged.
Data expunged.
Procedure. Subject was immersed in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes, with the power cord unplugged. Results. Subject became caked in goo, and no longer
Caked in
functions. Notes. Whoever came up with this one should be kicked in the head. Dr. A. Clef.
It was probably his computer, too.
Expunged. Test subject. SCP-63. Procedure.
SCP-63?
Used SCP-447 instead of toothpaste to brush his teeth with SCP-63.
Why?
Results.
He doesn't even have. He doesn't need to have his.
Use toothpaste to begin with.
Exactly. He doesn't need toothpaste. He doesn't even brush his teeth.
What is with you people? Dr. A. Clef. Date. Expunged.
Oh, Clef, he's gonna go insane
Test subject. One dead body.
No!
Notes. Test was aborted. The scientist who made the proposal has been reassigned as Class D personnel. Notes. 2.
I gotta pause this. He was demoted. He wasn't terminated, which in the SCP universe saying termination means either dying or just having your mind wiped of your knowledge of working there and being placed where you were beforehand. And he was demoted so badly that he was turned into a Class D. That's class disposable. The D is for disposable. Poor guy.
Seriously, guys, how hard is it to understand? No dead bodies.
No dead bodies. None.
Nada.
Nada.
9. Don't think about it. Don't joke about it. And most certainly,
thank you for watching me on Twitch. Hope you're having a good day.
Sheesh. Dr. A. Clef.
I'm just watching some SCP videos.
Expunged.
447.
Test subject. Dr. A. Clef.
Oh shit, Dr. Clef is a test subject?
Dr. A. Clef was ambushed in the hallway, dragged into
what?
a room with a bathtub full of SCP-447-2, and immersed for approximately 25 seconds.
they just grabbed him like, hey, get in the fucking shit.
Subject became irate and threatened to kill staff members carrying out the experiment, if it were not for the fact that doing so would violate experimental protocol.
Oh my god, I find that upsettingly hilarious. It's upsetting for Dr. Clef, but at the same time, his coworkers just grab him and just put him in a tub full of it. And he can't do anything. He can't kill him or get back at him because it's part of his contract. He's not allowed to do it. He has to continue working with them unless they screw up majorly. Oh, poor Dr. Clef.
Notes. As soon as this mess is cleaned up, you will all be missed.
You will all be missed.
Date. Expunged. Subject.
Excuse me.
Potassium nitrate sugar mix. Procedure.
Potassium nitrate sugar mix.
A spoonful of SCP-447 was added to the mix of potassium nitrate and sugar in order to make a makeshift smoke grenade. Results. Not only did the new mix slow down the combustion in such a way that the generated smoke was 10 times greater and lasted approximately 5 minutes longer than the original mix, but it also colored the smoke with a green tint and left it with a minty smell. Notes.
Mint. Not really a fan of mint myself.
$3 smoke grenade. Although this wouldn't work so well in the field, the odds of the smoke reaching a dead body are just too high.
Yeah, no, I was considering that. Like, what?
Expunged. Test subject. Professor Snyder.
Professor
Procedure.
Snyder.
2 drops, 1 microliter each, of SCP-447, 1 in each of Professor Snyder's eyes. Note that
he doesn't become a
Snyder
dead
has
body.
an astigmatism and normally wears corrective eyewear. Results.
I'm wearing
Vision
contacts
was
right now.
clear and focused for 6
regular
hours,
seafood.
though Professor Snyder reported to now see everything in a green tint.
Oh, like the
Subject's
Matrix.
eyesight soon returned to normal, though both eyes are now a much more brilliant green than before. Notes.
Shit, I would drop those every single day.
I look better with my glasses anyway. Professor Snyder.
10 drops each day.
Notes 2.
Eyes will be greener than anything.
Vision correction, but people might notice the extra green. Regardless,
I'd be fine with that. Can you
I'd like to
imagine my
request
eyes
a
are
couple of
green?
liters of this stuff for personal use. Agent Mar. Date.
Agent Mar.
Expunged. Test
Don't keep
subject.
expunging the dates.
8-ounce, 236 milliliter glass of skim milk. Procedure. 2 teaspoons, 10
Only in
milliliters
cereal or
of
mac and cheese for me.
SCP-447 thoroughly stirred into milk. Results. Milk turned a bright green in color and was slightly thicker, with a slight minty flavor. Chemical analysis later indicated that the concoction was now lactose-free.
Ooh, lactose-free.
Notes. You know, we might be able to market this stuff.
There's a lot of good applications of this green slime.
Professor Snyder.
It's just a shame that if it comes into contact with any dead bodies.
Test subject. 15 pounds, 6.8 kilograms, quick dry cement. Procedure. Cement powder in 5 gallons or 19 liters of SCP-447, rotated inside a standard miniature cement mixer. Results. Mixture took on a green tinge and solidified to a hardness 50% greater than normal concrete, though it took twice as long to dry. Greater? Notes. It seems promising, but it's time-consuming to make, and the risks of a dead body falling on a slab of this stuff is too high. Professor Snyder.
Body.
Date. Expunged.
Expunged.
Test subject. 2 cups of water, 475 milliliters. Procedure. 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters of SCP-447-2 thoroughly stirred into water. Results. Water turned a green tint, but is otherwise normal. Contaminants reduced by 78%.
That's pretty good. 78%?
This would make a good chlorine substitute for swimming pools. All the cleanliness of chlorinated water without the bleachy smell
dead
or
bodies
discoloration.
end up being in swimming pools sometimes.
Too bad some swimmers are careless and turn into dead bodies.
That's weird.
Dr. Ray A. Expunged. Test subject. 1 pizza produced by SCP-458. Procedure. 1 small sauce cup of SCP-447-2 is held in one hand by Agent Palinuk, while the other holds SCP-458.
Oh no, another ad. No! Skip it. Skip it.
SCP-458. Results. No
Pizza.
Outward change in the composition of SCP-447-2 is evident.
Is that even green?
SCP-458 produced a hamburger pizza on a cheese-stuffed crust. After dipping a slice in SCP-447-2 and ingesting, Agent Palinuk noted the taste of the substance was like a creamy Italian dressing. Following his consumption of the pizza, Agent Palinuk's breath was said to be minty fresh. He then proceeded to hoard the pizza box to himself for a few hours.
He's like, give me the fucking pizza.
Though this brings up new indication into the nature of SCP-458, nothing remarkable has come to attention from this, other than Pal's tendency to overeat. Slight psychological therapy may be in order. Dr. Del Marino. I'd suggest we market this stuff as a dressing, but people eating lots of pizza on a regular basis tend to become dead bodies, so... Agent Palinuk.
I eat pizza on a regular basis.
Date. Expunged. Test subject. 1 cellular phone.
1 cellular phone.
Phone is placed in 1 small plastic container holding 1 liter of SCP-447-2 and left to sit for 5 minutes with power off and battery disconnected. Results. Phone is ruined and subsequently destroyed in a nearby furnace. The ashes and fumes from the burning phone were reported to be green and minty in scent. Notes. Hey, has anyone seen my phone? Agent Palinuk. Date.
They just use an agent's phone. Is that a Trojan condom?
1 Trojan condom. Procedure. Dr. A placed the condom on his data expunged and applied SCP-447-2 onto it. He then tested the SCP-447-2 covered condom by data expunged. Results. Data expunged.
Okay, so one of the researchers decided, hey, we're gonna test this on a condom. Took out his dick and put a condom on. What did he do? I'm assuming he jerked off with the condom and the slime. Jesus Christ. Let's see what goes on. Let's see what happens. Let's see what results.
Dr. A reports that the procedure, quote, went really well.
I bet it did went fucking really well.
I could market this as that kind of lubricant.
That's that kind of lubricant.
The warning label is enough to ensure that some necrophiliac doesn't use it on a dead body. Dr. A.
Yeah, that's true.
Date. Expunged.
You don't want no dead bodies getting, fucked to life again.
1 2006 Honda Civic, 106 Dodge Stratus, 106 Chevy Malibu.
Dodge Stratus.
Procedure.
I don't care about cars.
SCP-447 was used as liquids in each vehicle, mixed equally with oil, used as window washer fluid, and mixed into the radiator.
Window washer fluid.
Results.
What if it comes near a dead
Each
body?
car had each liquid added individually. The various components of each engine performed with superb results.
Superb.
The Honda's radiator did not overheat until temperatures reached in excess of 340 degrees Celsius, more than twice the average temperature of a vehicle. The water seemed to be tinted green, even after being drained. The Stratus's windshield was cleaned to factory new perfection and resisted dirt and grime after use.
That's pretty good.
Side effect described as green tinted glass.
I'd be fond of a green tinted glass windshield.
Components were lubricated to perfection and lasted over 160,000 miles on a dynamometer. Exhaust was tinted green. Notes. Impressive, but given the intelligence of some drivers, the chance of dead bodies contaminating the sample is too high. Dr. Axe.
Dr. Axe?
Date. Expunged.
The fuck is Drax doing here?
1 roll of duct tape.
1 roll of duct tape.
SCP-447 was applied to the adhesive side of a strip of duct tape, which was subsequently attached to a cement brick. Results. Tape had bonded to the cement with twice the strength expected of a normal strip. Cement brick was left with a green stain in the shape of the strip of tape.
Cool design.
This could be marketable, but with all the possible uses for duct tape comes the even greater risk of coming into contact with dead bodies. Dr. Slav. Date.
Dr. Slav.
Expunged. Test subject. Nuclear reactor at site. Procedure.
Why would you test it on a nuclear reactor?
Maintenance. Liters of SCP-447-2 were added to the moderator material in the
so many
reactor.
that had to redact another. Holy shit.
The moderation of neutrons was increased by leading to very high thermal output and temperature alarms being activated. The reactor's chamber gained a green tinge and faint mint smell. Notes. Effective, but the chance of an explosion and radioactive slime reaching dead bodies over a large area is too high.
Radioactive zombies with green slime.
Notes 2. Dr. Kotska has been incarcerated and sent to a corrective facility for unauthorized and extremely dangerous testing.
They fucking put him away in a jail, mental jail.
Expunged. Test subject. One
a
Colt
gun
Python
used to
revolver
kill
with an 8-inch
people,
barrel.
which causes dead bodies.
Gun was taken apart for regular cleaning. The cleaning cloth was put in a small tub of SCP-447-2 and soaked for 5 minutes. Cleaned as normally would. Lubrication replaced with SCP-447-2. Results. Gun fired with a 35% reduction in recoil. Testing found bullets fired had their maximum speed increased by nearly 210%, and acceleration increased by 55%.
55% in
accuracy was increased by 3.7% at close range.
My accuracy will be down.
486% at maximum range. Max range was also increased by 40%. Gun smoke was green in tint.
Ooh,
interestingly, unspent ammunition put into the gun were stated to smell minty and had a green tint.
A green tint. Oh no, a Fairlife commercial. Why 50% more?
Welcome to Lenovo Late
I'm glad this YouTube creator is getting getting ads on his videos for monetization. Good job.
Despite
I wish I could.
This, when these bullets were removed and fired from another gun, said gun did not receive any benefits.
No benefits.
The more testing we do, the more I begin to wonder how more advanced technology would be. If only this damned dead body curse didn't exist. This stuff would benefit us in so many ways. This test shows that guns would become extremely efficient. But then again, guns are used to kill people, so you will run into a dead guy at some point. Notes 2.
Yeah.
I suppose we could use this in a combat situation, but only as a last resort. And even then, we'd have to be careful. Dr. Clinton. Date.
Dr. Clinton.
Expunged. Test subject. 1 liter of candle wax. Procedure.
Candle wax?
Wax was added to SCP-447-2 in a 2-to-1 ratio of wax to SCP-447-2. A candle wick was dipped into the wax to create a candle. Results. The candle gave off 50% more light at a distance of 10 meters, and also gave off a strong smell of mint as it burned. However,
the
candle burnt out in roughly half the time of a candle made solely out of wax. and was far more difficult to extinguish, requiring a CO2 fire extinguisher to put out.
Damn.
Notes: while it may seem like a good idea to market it, the mint smell was far too strong to the point of being nauseating. The candle also burns out too quickly to be used as a source of light as well. I suppose you could use it as an air freshener, but seeing how dangerous fire can be and how hard it is to put out, well, let's just say there's a good chance of it coming into contact with a dead body somewhere down the line.
That's true.
Date: expunged.
Is that the Pope?
Test subject: SCP-586.
586? I gotta remember what that is.
10 milliliters
of
SCP-447-2 was directly applied to SCP-586. Results: no noticeable cha-chas to structure, composition, or effect of SCP-586 were noted. However, SCP-586 became more violently luminescent in its shade of gray, and was reported afterwards to smell strongly of mint.
The luminescent just fighting
back. I see
back.
no point in continuing this line of zesting, but it is safe.
Like the Green Lantern.
Very little chance of dank bodies here.
Dank bodies?
Date: expunged. Test subject: SCP-914. Procedure: 1 liter of SCP-447-2 in a cylindrical glass container was placed in SCP-914 and refined on the rough setting. Results:
interesting.
10 cylindrical glass containers, all exactly 1/10 the mass of the original container, each holding 100 milliliters of SCP-447-2. Notes: well,
of course.
What did you expect? Dr. Date: expunged. Test subject: SCP-914.
914.
Procedure: 1 liter of SCP-447-2 in a cylindrical glass container was placed in SCP-914 and refined on the coarse setting. Results: 1 liter of SCP-447-2 in a cylindrical glass container. All SCP-447-2 recovered in this manner gradually degraded to an unknown fluid, with similar composition to Tersiops truncatus, with a half-life of 2 hours.
I don't know what that is.
Notes: after most of it is sufficiently degraded, I suggest this new fluid be run through similar tests as were conducted before. Dr.
They just dumped Dr. Clef inside, like,
Agent R, head cook at site, reports that this new fluid has a simple and rustic, yet surprisingly compelling flavor, and has requested 5 liters for culinary use. Request denied.
Request denied. He's probably upset.
Expunged. Test subject: SCP-914.
Again,
Procedure:
914?
1 liter of SCP-447-2 in a cylindrical glass container was placed in SCP-914 and refined on the 1-to-1 setting. Results: a dead body. Notes: further cross.
What? Okay. After all the other settings they did on 914, they decided to do the 1-to-1. And you think, okay, it'll just be another thing of the slime or some variation of it. Hell, maybe even a gas-ish version of it. But no, a dead body. What kind of dead body? Where did the dead body come from? How did it fall? Like, what the fuck? Let's continue.
Testing of SCP-447-2 with SCP-914 has been enjoined by Order of 05.
Enjoined.
Date:
I'm going to use that word for now.
Enjoined. Test subject: 2 liters of brand paint primer. Procedure:
sorry, I don't drink
milliliters
paint
of
primer.
SCP-447-2 was mixed thoroughly into the paint primer. Results: the primer took on a green hue and started to smell minty.
Not really a
the
big fan of green.
Paint was approximately 200% more opaque when compared to a different can of primer. Notes: this would be marketed in home improvement stores, but the chances of a dead body coming into contact with painted surfaces is too high.
He just said dead body in a different way.
The smell of mint is overpowering when a whole room is painted with the primer. Date: expunged.
Not date expunged, just expunged.
1 pair of Adidas brand running shoes, size 12. Procedure: 10 liters of SCP-447-2 was poured into a standard hardware store bucket. The pair of Adidas shoes were submerged in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes and removed. Shoes were then applied to researcher Ortiz's feet. Results. Rubber and sole increased by 37% in density, allowing subject to run slightly faster. Shoelaces became 13% more rigid, slightly decreasing the chance of the knot coming unraveled. Shoes emitted a minty scent. Notes. We could market this as some kind of shoe conditioner, but I seem to be aware of the fact that many dead bodies wear shoes.
I'd buy those shoes. I just hope I don't become a dead body while wearing them. Well, then again, I'd probably be wearing socks, so that might negate it. But hey, who knows? I don't have shoes with minty smelling laces on them, but I do have glow in the dark laces. What color of glow in the dark laces? You'll have to guess in the comments below.
Researcher Ortiz. Date. Expunged.
Expunged.
Test subject. A variety of clothing belonging to Dr. Levy. Procedure. 100 milliliters of SCP-447-2 was used as a substitute for fabric conditioner in a washing machine. Dr. Levy's clothes were washed for 30 minutes, after which the clothes were dried and worn by Dr. Levy. Results. The clothing seemed more resistant to rips and tears, as well as shrinking. Dr. Levy reported that the clothes felt more comfortable than before. Clothes took on a slight green tinge, as well possessing a slightly minty smell. Notes.
Slightly minty smell.
We could market this as a fabric conditioner, though some people might not like the green tinge in the smell. Plus, there's the problem that dead bodies are often clothed. Dr. Levy. Date. Expunged. Test subject. Dr. Haykilla's hand. Procedure. A drop of SCP-447-2 was placed on the back of the subject's hand via an eyedropper. Results. Dr. Haykilla proceeded to slap a nearby researcher across the face.
Minty.
The researcher said that they had a minty taste in their mouth after being slapped. Dr. Haykilla proceeded to do the same to someone else, but the effect had worn off.
Probably tried to slap Clef.
Notes. First of all, why? Second of all,
why?
Why did we let him do it? Dr. A. Clef. Date.
He was violated when they got slapped.
Test subject. A ballpoint pen.
A ballpoint
Procedure.
pen.
The ink cartridge was infused with 0.5 milliliters of SCP-447-2. Results. Anything written with the pen became approximately 27% clearer and gained a greenish tint.
Ooh,
a slight
nice.
minty smell also started emanating from the ink. Notes. This could be great to market to children. Scented pens.
That's true.
I don't think there's much of a likelihood of it coming into contact with dead bodies.
I
Although you can never
with
be
that.
too safe. Dr. Aherna. Date. Expunged.
I'd buy it.
Test
For
subject.
myself. Different colors, hopefully.
111045 T5 wire stripper. Procedure. Metal portion of subject was submerged in SCP-447-2 for 30 seconds and used to strip 12 AWG copper NMS cable. Results. Any insulation was easily peeled off regardless of improper use of the tool, but stuck to the T5s and had to be removed by hand. Notes. This would make the lives of new electricians so much easier. Unfortunately, they could be careless and get shocked to death while holding on to this. Dr.
Thus becoming a dead body. We don't want that.
Expunged.
Legos?
Test subject. One standard-sized tub of Legos.
One standard size.
Procedure. Tub was filled and submerged in SCP-447-2 for 1 minute and used to create a variety of items. Results. Builders state that the directions just kinda come to us. We don't even need to look at the manual. Bricks also turned lime green and have a faint mint smell.
Well, of course they would have a faint mint smell.
The only reason I say we should market this is the fact that a small child could choke on it. Then we have an entire new thing to deal with.
Oh yeah, a dead child and a dead body with the
formally requesting this tub for recreational use. They're really addicting. Dr. Sanders. Accepted.
Dr. Sanders.
Have fun. Dr. Markman. Date.
Wait, what?
Expunged. Test subject. One of each Foundation security keycard tier leading up to 4. Procedure. Keycards were left to dip in SCP-447-2 for 1 hour, then tested on pre-made keycard testing doors. Results. All keycards had their numbers erased and replaced with the level 2 tiers above their own.
What the
All
fuck?
cards performed with their respective new
How?
numbers. Notes. Requesting an
Someone's
extra
probably
level
gonna use
4
that to their
keycard and
advantage.
1 liter of SCP-447-2. Dr. Sanders.
He's trying to...
No. Dr. Markman. Date.
Dr. Mockman just said no.
Test subject. 2 AA batteries.
Energizer.
Procedure.
Where's the bunny?
Batteries were submerged
Where's
in
the Energizer bunny?
SCP-447-2 for 30 minutes, then inserted into Dr. Clinton's flashlight, which was then shown until batteries were out of power. Results. Both batteries lasted roughly 28% longer than usual, and were tinted a light green.
Nice.
The light from the flashlight was also a light green. Notes. Alright, this we can probably use. Pretty sure dead bodies can't use batteries.
What if the light being affected by
sure
it?
that the green light doesn't have the same properties as the normal slime. Dr. Clinton. Nope. Batteries have a tendency to cause dead bodies when around babies. Dr. Engelhart.
Yeah, that's true.
Date. Expunged.
Of course the data
Test
is
subject.
expunged.
10 M202A1 flash rockets. Procedure.
Flash rockets?
Rockets were coated in SCP-447-2 for 50 minutes. Loaded into an M202A1 flash to test explosion size, flame duration, and accuracy. Results.
Oh shit, you're gonna have a bad time.
The explosion size remained the same. The flames post-detonation lasted 10% longer, along with having a greenish tint. No temperature difference noted. No difference in accuracy. Notes. Well, the accuracy of it isn't improved because it's not the rocket launcher itself. It's the rockets. Weapons researcher person. Weapons researcher person. It is requested that you not do this again. Weapons have a way of creating dead bodies.
That's true.
Wait a moment. How did you even get in? With a weapon? Senior researcher... I have my ways.
I have my ways.
Weapons researcher person. Date. Expunged. Test subject. 1 urn.
Ooh.
Procedure. Urn was polished on the inside and outside with a mix of polish and
If I can get an urn of me, that'd be nice.
SCP-447-2 at a 3-to-1 ratio. Results.
3-to-1 ratio.
Experiment was interrupted just as ashes from a dead body were about to be put in. Notes. Ashes
A dead body.
from dead bodies are dead bodies too.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care how curious you are, but no ashes from dead bodies.
No dead
Dr.
bodies.
A. Clef. Date. Expunged. Test subject.
Oh, look at that little guy.
SCP-999.
It's 999. He's so cute.
SCP-999 was submerged in
Look at him.
SCP-447-2
I would love to have
for
him as a
2
pet.
minutes.
Him and the 2 eyeballs,
Results.
guys.
SCP-999
Oh, he's now green.
exhibited a green tint for 5 hours.
Probably
and, in
smells
addition
minty.
to curing depression, gave the subject green eyes.
Ooh.
Notes. SCP-999 looked pretty cool.
Oh, there he is. He's so
and
cute.
we may be able to do this again. We could even reconsider marketing it as an antidepressant. Dr. Fall.
Oh no, another ad. Sorry for the ad, you folks.
We could even reconsider marketing it as an antidepressant. Dr. Fall. No. Dr. A. Clef.
No.
Date. Expunged. Test subject. 1 katana.
Why would you use a
Procedure.
katana?
The katana was submerged in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes. Results. The katana emerged with a distinct green tinge to the blade.
Nice.
Dr. Clef
Probably a
confiscated
cool
the
looking
katana
blade.
before any tests could be conducted on its performance. Notes. Are you maniacs trying to give me a nervous breakdown? The whole point
Dr. Clef is
of
just
a
freaking
sword
out.
is to kill people. Dr. A. Clef. Date. Expunged. Test subject. 1 vial of SCP-447-2. Aged 30 days.
Age,
Procedure.
30 days.
The vial was submerged in SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes. After that period of time, the vial was removed. The contents poured onto the top of the SCP-447-2 solution for 5 minutes. Results. Vial was tightly sealed, It's simultaneously easy to remove. The solution within the vial turned a bright green and gave off an extremely minty odor, now designated SCP-447-3.
447-3?
I really thought this was going to go nowhere. Maybe you slack-jawed yokels have some sort of a brain in that FedEx box of a head.
That FedEx box of a head.
4473 sent to my office. I would like to personally conduct an experiment with it. Dr. A. Clef. Date. Expunged.
I wonder what the experiment is. Is that a dollar bill?
Test subject. 2 $1 bills. USD. Procedure. One bill was submerged in a cup of SCP-447-2 for 5 minutes. The other submerged for the same amount of time within a cup of SCP-447-3, referenced above. Results. The bill submerged in SCP-447-2 became a US $100 bill.
A $100 bill? What the fuck?
SCP-447-3 became a US $2,500 bill.
That doesn't even make any sense.
According to the US Hall of Records,
How?
never
What?
existed, yet is completely usable in a marketplace environment.
Who would accept that? They would look at it and laugh and call the cops because you're trying to commit fraud.
By command of Dr. A. Clef. Notes. Why would you send that into circulation? Who knows what could happen to that bill out there?
Clef is having a fucking breakdown right now.
Dr. A. Clef. Ooh, I wonder what we can do with this 447-3 stuff. Maybe we could make better,
you can help
better
people
liquid.
All around the world, as long as there's no dead
Dr.
bodies.
Bright. Request denied. We're playing with forces we don't understand here, Jack. Dr. A.
Oh, that was Jack Bright. Oh, shit.
Dr.
Oh,
Bright.
no wonder it was Jack Bright.
Date. Expunged. Test
The
subject.
Phantom Toll Booth.
A copy of The Phantom Toll Booth.
Well, I wonder where this is going.
Book was immersed in SCP-447-2 for 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Results.
Norton Jester.
Book became green
Jester.
and gained a minty smell.
Ooh.
Notes. I realized a bit too late that paper might constitute as the dead body of a tree. We really dodged a bullet on that one. Still, let's not try to push the envelope any further.
Dr. Norms.
Lesson complete.
Well,
if you missed the previous orientation, go watch SCP-4.
That was SCP-447. The ball of green slime. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you're watching us on Twitch, you should follow me. If you, like watching me. Same with YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe to me. I need more subscribers. I'm trying to get at least 500 by the end of the 2025. Leave a like down below, a comment, share this video if you feel like it deserves to be shared, which, who knows? Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/GORG_3. And, yeah, have a great day. Bye, everyone. See ya.